This is a video on how I created the prototypes and molds to cast these interlocking river rock and square tapered columns. These are separate pieces, although they interlock together. The river rock column is two pieces. The square tapered column is two pieces. They are made from a fiber reinforced cement that is only a 1/2 inch in thickness when casted. These panels are extremely easy to make, and in this photo here we have a shot of it without the square tapered column. We just put a regular column cap on it, and the rest of these photos are just some photos of the columns in the shop. I will now go into how we made the prototypes and show you through 3 different part 1, part 2 videos. You can see the full process, and if you have any questions, email or leave a comment, whatever you want to do. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye. All right, today we're gonna work on making some new molds for these river rock columns. This is a 4 foot by 2 foot river rock column, and this is a prototype. It's a hollow rock technology where these two halves fit together, interlock, and you just screw them. There's a YouTube video that I've already made for us installing this. This is just another, I need to make 2 more molds so we can produce more, but these are built and released and ready for the rubber. And we're going to spray that rubber on and show you how to make the molds for this. Right now, basically on top of these is a square tapered craftsman style type of a column that goes on and interlocks on top of this. And I'm showing you right now on how to make those. This is the mold being made right now. The rubber's already on it, and I'm making the hard mold. That side I've already casted. And in order to get this to break apart, I had to make it in 4 separate sections. So this is the hard mold. This is a rubber, and this is just the form that I've used to make the hard mold. So I've made this half, and I'm getting ready to make these 2 halves. In order to get this casting out of the mold, you've got to have the segmentable hard mold so that you can get the rubber and the casting out, and then you can take the rubber off. And all this is a form, and right now what I've done is I've pre-marked the areas that I want to have the bolts go through that'll lock these pieces together. What I'm going to do right now is demold or take off the forms, because once I take these forms off, then the actual other half of the hard mold is what I'll use as a form to make the next portion. So with that being said, this I'll be able to use on the other one, because this is just 1/2, and again you'll see that this has the same protrusions, cut-ins on all of it, so that it's basically making that in this form, and when I make the other half up against it, it'll reproduce that, locking in. Let's see if I can't get a close-up of that now. What you can see right there, if I can release this, okay, is, get that in there tight. You can see the chiseled in one, or the cut in, and then there's the protrusion one and the next one. So this particular section has 3 that create a interlock to making sure that the pieces align. Here we have, again, the pop out, the cut in, the pop out, the cut in. Here on this one, I pre-designated those areas right there and there. I'll probably put one right about there, here, and up there. Those are where I'm going to drill through to actually be able to attach the bolts to put this all together. On this particular one, I've got a need, when I first start casting this half right here, I'm going to have to put a piece of wood here. I was going to have this come down more, but as what I wanted to do is to create this area and this area, square inches wise, are exact the same. So to make the pieces less heavier, I tried to make this one a little smaller and this one a little longer, so that I didn't want my seam to be right there. I think there's a weakness in doing that. If this one is a little longer than this one, and this one's a little longer than that one, there's going to be a better break point there where it's going to be stronger. So that's why I've done that. So what I'll first do tomorrow is I'll put a piece of lumber here, form this side, let it dry just a little bit, take that piece off, oil this side, and then make the other half. And that's all I'm going to do, is release these two areas, so and release all this to where when I stick my mud in here, it doesn't stick to this, or any of the forms. And afterwards I'll be able to take it off. Now what I've got here is a prototype that's not yet hard molded. The rubber's sitting on it right now, and I'm about to show you that so you can see how that works. Right now at this moment the rubber's just laying on here. This actually fits tightly. Alright, that's on there now, but the hard mold needs to be built over this. Again, this is just giving me the texture. That's all it's doing, is the rubber. That's all it ever does, is give you the texture. But underneath is a prototype. Unlike the river rock, which I made out of cement, when I came to making this Craftsman style square taper column, I just made it out of wood. It was the easier medium to use. And that's generally what the Craftsman style columns are made out of, is wood. So this is the actual piece that I'm making a mold of, and as I said, it's just made out of wood. I've got flanges all the way around it, rubber stops. This is what's helping me make the mold of this. This actually is the column right here, and if you'll notice, let's see if I can't show you it's just a hollow structure as well that I've made out of wood and ribbed it so it had torsion, resistance and strength. Basically, it's just a hollow column, half of the column, of course, so that the two pieces interlock. And if you don't remember seeing that video, go back on the YouTube page there and take a look at it. But this is just a 5-foot column. That's all it basically is. And it fits right on top of the river rock one. And I'm going to attach some photos of it that in the shop, how they look. But that is what we're making right here. The other half is just simply a two-piece system that is being molded at this point. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm actually going to show you this one right here from the start of the rubber on, and then these ones over here I'll just show you the rubber, hard mold, and demolding, and then the casting on all of them. We're just going to run through the complete phase of how we did this. Obviously the construction of this particular column, the wood square tapered one, is not going to be shown to you. That's just, cut and screw and glue and get the molding around and make the profile the way you like it. In this particular case, this was just made from some panels that we had and made to the specifications of the height, width, and length. And then once I did that, I seamed it and made it interlock, and that can be something that we can educate you on as you go by. So stick with me here and we'll get to this nice square tapered column and the river rock column that all make one piece. We've actually got Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please click like and share it, and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to see any other types of videos, just leave a comment for me in the comment area and I'll get back to you. Bye.